Hey, Dan, Brad, what's going on?
Scott, thank you very much for the wonderful intro. As always, very much appreciate all the help you're doing on the sidelines. And Brad and I both know that Barry is never on the sidelines, right, Brad?
Never, ever. Hardest working guy in show
I
business.
believe I put Barry and sidelines into a sentence. Shame on me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. It is October 17th, a very important number in the lexicon of trade ideas, and you are, of course, once again, surprisingly, unbeknownst to anyone, about to get the greatest webinar you have ever had in your life, courtesy of Brad Williams over there. Dang, the most handsome dynamic duo of presentation is upon you, ladies and gentlemen. But before we start, please know that nothing that Brad and I say should be taken seriously. Meaning,
Nothing.
Brad, I'm working for the audience here.
Sorry, buddy.
Hold it together. You guys, you see what I'm working with here? I mean, come on. Brad and I are not registered investment advisors, just good old-fashioned stand-up comedians, as it turns out. Please, if you do need quote-unquote professional investment advice, consult a registered investment advisor who will give you custom information. This is for informational and educational purposes only. Get your seatbelts on. Okay, so Brad and I are jumping in quick, but before we do, I'm telling you the pre-orders have basically, in essence, sold out. That guy at the end there, he's lucky he's in the 800s, Brad.
It's a big line.
It's a big line. But you guys, once again, are smart. And you're so smart, you don't even know how smart you are, but you're going to find out very soon today on the greatest webinar you've ever seen. Needless to say, if for some reason, now obviously, whenever we do these shows, and this one is the best one ever, whenever we do them, not everyone here will be a member of Trade Ideas. For those of you that are, I want to congratulate you, shake your hands. You've saved yourself immense amounts of money because the price is in essence already $3,300 based on the commitments for people who are so jacked up to do what we're about to show you. Brad, are you ready to rock and or roll?
I am sitting down. My seatbelt is fastened. Let's
okay. Go. Now, you know I like to tease a little bit. See, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice channel bar.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Brad. See, Brad thought, does a lot of thinking. Brad thought that I was going to jump right into it, get you into like the nitty gritty, but I really wanted to start off with a little reminder that, my goodness, Brad, you can really make this beautiful thing do so many things. And what I did here as a painter of the technology that is Trade Ideas, and Brad, you may see some, hints and bits and pieces here, but ladies and gentlemen, for those that are viewing, what you're seeing here is kind of a layout where it's a little bit of mixture of classical Trade Ideas, shall we say, combined with the ultra power. And that is why you're witnessing what's called a power view. Brad, notice the eyes.
Yeah, that's the first thing that caught my eye.
Activated. This channel is activated. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm doing here is I'm kind of showing you that really when you work in a platform space, and that's what we're doing here, and we're taking this whole space over. That's what's also so fun, that you guys get to see it as it's happening live. But in order to do that, you have to have dough that you can kind of use to shift and bake whatever goods are necessary to give people the nourishment that they need. I'm getting hungry listening to myself, Brad. So what I wanted to do here was to show you a layout that I had created that just does a lot of different things. Like, here's a window, market leaders. Brad, what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and I'm going to hit save and share to the cloud, save and share, copy. And I'm going to put this window specifically into wherever the heck.
Now, there is a caveat. As you're dropping it in the chat, I want to give the caveat is now that you're looking at some market leaders like the Qs, Diamonds, and SPYs, but it'll be up to everybody to create their own list. and then assign.
So you know what? I take it back. I'm not doing it. No, that's why you and I are working together, Batman and Robin. You know, Brad's right. Not only, by the way, Brad, not only can I not find the window where to even put it. Hold on.
Well, let's just say that.
Okay, I found that window. But, all right, I'm going to put it in. So I can't, like, really not put it in. But the idea is that in order to have this window work the way you see it, Brad, what must one do?
Yeah, so you go up to the toolbar menu and you select symbol list and you create a symbol list that's specific to what you want to watch. So it's a good illustration. We scan the market and bring you ideas, or we can look at a select group of stocks or a portfolio. So this is a situation in that case. Just create a symbol list and assign this window to that symbol list. And you assign the window to the symbol list through the configuration menu on the symbol list tab.
Yeah, and all of those things, obviously, you guys know, full curriculum, all of the education that you could ever possibly need, that is within all of the trade ideas wherewithal. But I want to jump, Brad, real quick into something else. Let me close a little bit, just so it's good. You know what, I'm not even close, I'll just make it a little bit bigger. Why are we here, Brad, in the stock market, this thing called the market of the stocks? And why aren't you and I on an island trying to buy real estate using life insurance?
Well, I think there are a lot of different reasons for that, but I think liquidity is one, and your ability to make an incredible return in a very quick period of time. It's also the monetization of innovation, so it allows you to keep your finger on the pulse of the world.
So listen, guys, and you know, by the way, Barry, I'm not forgetting the stock you mentioned today, Brad, BCC. We'll be discussing this, but I really want to just, it's so important for you, ladies and gentlemen, you know, take all the comedy and the theatrics away. If you just look at this here, understand that the only place that this exists, this situation, not the stock, forget the move or the whatever, but look at the size. This is pure porn reference. Size matters here. Look at the size and understand that you are seeing potentially, generational wealth that was just created here. For somebody, certainly within that 35 million shares that you see here, some lucky putz is still in it from here. Brad, don't you agree?
Oh, without question. Look at that relative volume of 414 times normal volume at the end of the day. That's just incredible.
Right. Now, guys and ladies, listen to me. And we have, those that have been here before know that we've said this. This is not the first time. It will not be the last time. You must understand this is your time. You need to be in these. Forget the bullshit of buying a mutual fund and letting the leeches of the financial world from 1820 suck off of your account. Everyone now has access to information through trade ideas that gives you the ability to participate in this. We're going to take it much farther, but just take a step back. What I want you to simply see here is that this move, the move that you see today, the percentages that take you from $1 to $10, the 10 bagger in one day, is actually much bigger at some point. This only exists in the stock market. This is it. There's no real estate. I mean, lottery, I guess, right, Brad? But, you know.
Well, your odds are a lot smaller, I think.
Right. It's a different type of game. So you're at the right place. And the problem is you've just been told all your life that it can't be done, and that's what we are here to untell you. And oh my goodness, the way are we going to untell you right about now? So lots of little things have happened. Okay? Lots of little things have happened, and we are about to show them to you. Brad, which channel should I start to start your talking?
Go to the pre-market.
Pre-market.
Good place to start your day. You know, good place to kind of take a look at.
Let me scoot it over here. Scoot it over here.
You can just hit the channel again, and it should all pop up.
There we go.
Good place to start today and see what's moving pre-market. It's a good way to kind of set up some symbols to look at through the heart mechanism on the chart. That's what I like doing. Also like setting some price alerts right from this particular page right here.
But Brad's really kind of talking a lot about the tried and true. You know, there's a name for this technique that we called it. What was it? God, we're so good. I forget what it was. Like the triple method, some sort of. We had a name for it.
The 1-2 punch.
Well, it's a three-pronged process of letting stuff come to you, reacting to it, and then moving on. Instead of running around there like a golden retriever after every ball. You know, what's in the chat room? Okay, I'm in. Yeah, that's not the way to do it. It all comes to you. Notice that everything is moving without me doing anything. The software works for you like a Tesla is supposed to, with your destinations set to profit, courtesy of Trade Ideas. Okay, and Brad is saying, so here we come in the morning. Notice I'm not fiddling around. I'm not doing lots of stuff. I can just sit there and sit back, enjoy the ride. Now these things are coming to me, but when it comes to what do you do with it, okay, this is what we're about to show you and why you're in the Q&A. Because Brad, you know, I don't want to really be doing a lot of sales pitching. It's really up to us now to show them what's new and what the hell is going on, because there's so much stuff going on.
Yeah, so you brought up the Omni channel. This is really it's the latest channel that we've added to the software that gives you an ability to look at all three different AIs at the same time. So we did add these 2 additional AIs a couple months back, really super powerful. Now you have the ability in one interface here to take a look at everything that's being generated from a trade idea inside of the AI.
So Brad, BCC, Barry, wanted to bring this up today. I mean, and for good reason, because he was just talking about a nice trade that the software gave to people where, you know, you had, I would say, a lot of the kind of check marks where, you know, it's not a penny stock, it's, you know, Boise Cascade, it's actually a known company. And you can also here notice how the software had gotten the right direction. It learned, because that's what the Trade Ideas AI does, it's constantly learning. It had nailed it twice before very nicely. And of course here, it did it again. And it's this kind of entry that's just so pretty, you know, that in my mind, these are the ones where we always look for, where the whole move kind of happens very quickly. Each one of these is a 10-minute bar, I believe. So here, you're in this candle, right? So it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 minutes. In the hour, you basically had the max profit. And it's just a beautiful move. Okay? Now, Brad, this is a great time to introduce, you know, what I'm sure Barry wants to me to show people. So let's talk about this new feature that we added that really personalizes this experience. If you go to tools and you go to options, there's now an AI trade size. And Brad, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a number, and I'm going to say, because I'm going to be more like you, $5,000 per trade. But let's discuss this. Tell people, what is this risk-based on stop loss?
All right, so well, we're giving 3 different ways for you to see how Holly's going to calculate based upon some assumptions that you give it. So the very first way, I'm going to go to the top, and I'll explain them all the way down. So the first way is being able to allocate a certain dollar amount to each trade. So a trade that's $1, you're going to be buying 5,000 shares of it. A trade that's $5,000, you buy 1 share. So it'll automatically calculate based on this value right here. This bottom option here, risk based on stop loss, is saying that if you have 250 in there, it's saying that based upon what the stop loss is for the strategy, I'm not going to lose any more than $250 if the stop hits. And what it'll do is it'll share size you accordingly, so that if you happen to hit the stop loss, you will have a loss of $250. So it's a risk-based type of share quantity. And then we have the middle one, which is letting you hypothesize, well, right now we're doing it, we've been giving everybody 1 share per trade. That's the.
So let's go back. This is a great way to start. So let's go back to what everybody sees. I'm going to hit save. Right, Brad? And
Yeah,
I
go
just,
ahead and hit save, and it'll automatically update all the values.
right.
And so
So
this is what everybody
here,
else is seeing.
now you're seeing the values, as Brad said, of the AI. Now remember, we did this before because we're just creating a concept so you can see kind of how many cents, points we are accumulating, where you can translate here dollars and points exactly the same, right? Notice here, that's in dollar terms, literal dollar terms. Now, I'm going to go to Tools and Options, and I'm going to go here, and I'm now going to adjust my share size to what you saw when I first opened. So if I traded today all these positions at 100 shares, each one of them, without any other stuff than what you see, this is what it would have looked like if you could get all the AI fills, of course. Okay, now I'm going to do just more, and this is almost like a different type of an odds maker, Brad, you know, because it's like now you're kind of hypothesizing some things where you say, okay, well, now I'm going to play, I'm going to be Brad now, $5,000, right, Brad, and 250.
Well, no, it's you can only pick one of them, right?
Okay,
One
my bad. So 5,000. I could keep it in there, but it'll be blank. So here, Brad's investing $5,000. I'm going to hit save. And this is what would have happened today for Brad.
Do me a favor, Dan. Scroll over to the right. It looks like you have, do you have the share field kind of tucked away to the right? Yeah, and so this kind of illustrates, well, it does illustrate exactly how many shares would go in to that $5,000 position.
Let me change all of that so everyone can see. Oops. Okay, so now everyone, you can see how many shares of each thing you would have been in and doing what and how. Does this make sense to you guys, and do you understand how now this is personalized? So for example, again, I'm not Brad, and I'm like, I only trade $2,000 per position because I'm more conservative. This is what it, notice all the, and it saves in the layout. This is you, this will be saved as you. And again, you have really quite a bit of freedom, whoops, to experiment here. And you can do this, and Brad, I really like this because it gives you like a completely different sense of expectations too.
Well, yeah, it's important to know how to trade this information, right? And the repercussions of dialing up your share size or dialing up your quantity that you're trading.
Right, so now you can see everything in real tradable, dollarable terms as it totally relates to you. I can't really overemphasize the importance of what you're seeing here. This is your personalized now version of the AI. This is the reason why this is happening. Okay, so this is happening because now people are saying, oh, okay, well, I am going to be doing Holly, and I'm going to be doing it at like 7,400 because that's how much I can in this whatever IRA account, only long, etc. And this is what I would have hypothetically expected. This is your personal ticket. Very soon you will be able to be, well, not very soon, let me explain. All of this is already historically going to be kept track of for you, and what's going to happen is you're soon going to be able to have like your own diary of trades, self-generated, so that you can see and understand real expectations of what you've been trying to do. This is a completely new radical shift in how people interact with the stock market. It is a paradigm shift. It is a leap forward. It is a teleportation to another universe of alpha generated freedom where all of these things are different nodes. Now you're not going to be in a situation where SAC's got all the info and all the money to use it, and they're first. The little guy's finally going to get his comeuppance thanks to your friendly neighborhood superheroes at Trade Ideas. Brad, are there any questions? Barry, did I cover BCC enough, or is the picture doing it justice? Is there anything else that I can elaborate there?
So Simon's asking a question. I'm not quite sure what he means by it. So is it telling you what trades are likely to work before they take off? And I don't think it, no, it's not telling you what trades are likely to work. It's giving you, it's really looking for footprints in the sand. It's looking for various market characteristics of a stock, and that's why it's being called and being generated as a signal.
But I think Simon's a little bit confused. These are the calls. This is it. This is the call. It is telling you what it thinks will work and is saying, this is what I think will work. It's not about before they take off, because that's obviously, it's assumption, Brad. I mean, so from that point of view, it's true, but it's just that you cannot, of course, predict that, and nobody would ever say such a thing. You're just doing a systematic approach to speculation, and it's just that you have much better odds than, you know, where you have at a casino. Brad, what's Robert saying? You know, I was cheating in that class.
You know, yeah, well, I'm not following it, because he's saying that the strategies doesn't give him the same type of profit as before.
Huh?
Maybe you're just looking at that particular channel, because Dan, the way this channel is designed right now, we're hiding a lot of the information on the AI strategies tab. Go ahead or the strategies window. Go ahead and stretch out your tiny chart window on the left. Nope, on the left, you've got your risk on profit, risk off.
Oh, yeah.
So here in this window right here, there you go. So I think this is what you're looking at. You can have your percentages right here in this window. And again, we're creating these channels as a concept for you. You're absolutely welcome to take what we've done, or even start from scratch and make your own channel here and save it, you know, with our custom channel bar. So I don't know. The vault is still in the base mix. When, you know, it makes it to the combine and it decides to be one of the top echelon strategies for that day in the combine, it'll come through. You know, we don't have any control over what strategies make the cut.
Well, that's the beauty of it. And that's, by the way, guys, so here, you know, Brad, well, thank you for accidentally stumbling onto what I wanted to say, which is kind of one of the coolest things that we are bringing to the table, and goes back to the importance of this thing right here. You know, we've shown you almost enough, because in terms of the Q&A, for what you want to get from the webinars, understand this: we are pushing the technology envelope almost as far as it can go. We've now personalized this whole AI experience, and that personalization will follow you. So very soon when you log in, whether it's the web, and you know, Brad, we're not even going to be touching the fact that we've made gigantic leap forward on the web-based side. I mean, literally, it's like we've got two legs running two separate sprints, winning all of them.
Well, ultimately, our goal is to have these two platforms, the web and the application, really mimic each other, you know, with respect to the functionality. So we're getting towards that point.
So yeah, so you're seeing a lot more of the AI progress. You know, just a lot of things are coming together right now. And if you have not gone to the full premium version and you're waiting for something, well, the stumbling blocks in terms of prohibitive pricing are going to get exponentially bigger, because the price right now is free, meaning that you get your premium and you get Brokerage Plus for free. Remember, Brokerage Plus is going to be an add-on. It's going to be an $1,100 one-time add-on, and we're only selling 1,000 of them, because We are not looking to flood the market with a bunch of AI cowboys. We want to see and control this release so that the people who are early adopters get to benefit the most. That's you guys. I know, so much love. Brokerage Plus is the part of trade ideas that I'm going to get to in very shortly. Real quick, the market, lots of stuff happening. You know, we've been giving you a lot of cool information, and we don't need to adhere to the kind of the rules of Main Street. So we're kind of very free spoken. You can see that from our presentations and our approach. Keep an eye on all the social media stocks, lots of trouble. Sean McLaughlin did a fantastic book in helping people understand that it's not always going to be a situation where the market goes up. And you're already at the right place because you're at Trade Ideas. Trade Ideas is going to get you into the direction of the flow trend no matter what, simply because the numbers don't lie. You know, we're not ever trying to figure out which way the market's going. We're just always going where the market is. That's the beauty of it. It's so beautiful, so pure, which is why we are going to be taking over the whole financial market. But this ebook, if you're not with us, great way to get introduced. I do this every time. If you click on it, this is what you get. Sean got me again, Brad. Very important. Although our summit, October 20th, University Center in San Diego is sold out, thanks to the phenomenal job of Scott and the whole marketing team of getting everything lined up and put together. We are doing a live stream, and the registrations are still open to that, and I think it's close to 3,000 people now coming in. So awesome event. It's going to be a very exciting, and we are excited to bring it to you. The speakers, all the innovation that you're seeing here, and you've seen a lot of it, but again, you get to kind of see a little bit more and in person, and lots of new information from JC, from Dr. Steenbarger. Brian always has very good insights for everyone. So I suggest everybody tune into that at trade-ideas.com /live stream. Brokerage Plus. Oh, Ferrari, Brad. Brad, what is this beautiful window with colors and buttons? And
yeah, so you know, one of the great things about our platform, we did it all. We designed it all. So the components of these windows, there's a lot of similarities. So you'll notice similarities between what we've done in the AI strategies window and what we've done here in Brokerage Plus. But effectively, Brokerage Plus, at its most simplistic level, it allows you to automate strategies inside of Trade Ideas with interactive brokers. It also allows you to very quickly trade through a right-click menu. Any window in Trade Ideas, you can automatically get your orders sent to interactive brokers, inclusive of its stop, its profit target, time horizon, all that good stuff. But what's happening here towards the first of the year, and this is what we're working up towards, is full Holly automation. So when you open up Brokerage Plus, it'll have the Holly strategies in it. You'll be able to add additional filters to it and turn it on, and then put in your risk parameters. How do you want to allocate each share or each position? What type
you saw me do on the settings, are you going to trade it at 100 shares or 1,000 shares? Are you going to use risk? And obviously for Brokerage Plus, you'll be able to do a combination of both potentially. So
be able to put limits, parameters. I only want to trade 4 strategies or 4 trades out of this strategy maximum, 10 out of this one, and just go nuts and let it work for you. You can treat it as a full black box where it does everything for you, or you can treat it as a gray box where it gets into your position and then you further manage it.
And the beauty is that we know that this already works because the AI has been out now and traders are trading off of it and using the signals, and it's amazing. So incredible things are happening, including the ability to hold things eventually overnight, where Holly will kind of be like literally your AI assistant. She's holding the trades and etc. So that's where we're at. That's the whole notion of the line. This is what this Brokerage Plus, so when it comes out, okay, there will only be 1,000 of these sold, and they're being sold at $1,100. We've already got pre-commitments from people who don't like to be in beta, so they don't care about getting it for free. They just like the release. So we've kind of already got the pre-commitments for it. And then after we're done with that, there's going to be a waiting period. And then we're going into the 3,300 mode. There'll be
that's all very complicated, but in order to avoid all those extra fees, you just sign up before, what is it, November 15th?
Yeah.
You get Brokerage Plus included in your premium subscription, and it makes it super easy.
That's what we're trying to tell people is that, guys, you know, you're here at the right place at the right time. And most of you already have it. I'm just trying to, like, you know, explain that you did the right thing, because it's now kind of already at the $3,300 realm. So that's what I'm trying to say. And so that's where we are. Let me move on, because again, we're at the end of the presentation. Barry, our good friend, mentor to so many and leader of the Trade Ideas trading room every day, every night, rain or shine, whether it's U.S. or Canadian Postal Service. Barry delivers, Brad.
Mm-hmm.
Barry delivers.
Yes, like the postman.
Like a postman. Barry, thank you for everything you do here, and for all the window shoppers, or even those that are just already committed but going forward. The whole meritocracy and community exists in our trading room where you can be helped, and Barry keeps it so pleasurable. There's close to 600 people there all the time, and it's growing, and it's going to continue to grow. Barry's going to have to clone himself soon. So that'll be something that we do. I think they do that in China, Barry.
Yes, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, in China, right, Brad? That's what
China.
they do. Building 8?
Yes.
China. Okay. What else can I say? But obviously, we're in the middle of a test drive. And for those of you that don't even know, you can do all this amazing, incredible, it's like we're saving the best for last. You can do all this amazing stuff that we just showed you for $8.88 if you go to trade-ideas.com/test drive. We do these events kind of quarterly, but this is a big one because this is the pre-release event. So in this event, this is going to be the biggest one by far, because that line of people that I joke around with, it's in this open house. So our stuff is going kind of crazy, but if you're not in it, check it out. It's still available. We would love for you to register for the summit. Hope that you do so. We will be presenting lots of good information. Myself, Jamie, lots of guests come into our podcast, but we've been kind of weaving a spell on the market, doing some really good kind of long-range bomb shooting, so to speak, Brad. Great predictions. And more to come, by the way. Please tune into our podcast. You're going to love it. Lots of people give us really good feedback on that. And poor Scott has to edit that together, but have no fear. Good content. That's what we care about. Our software is so cheap, Brad, that Google almost sent killers to try to take us out because they could not believe that somebody could sell AI for this cheap. Luckily, we fought them off with Patriots, and so they went back into their Silicon Valley hovel to regroup, and we continue to vend, Brad, freely.
I mean, for the cost of a sandwich or a coffee, right?
That's right. Please get a hold of us any way you like. Info@trade-ideas.com sends your questions to a relay of qualified answerers. Please like us on Facebook. If you are not afraid, and most people are afraid, let's just be clear, you can follow me at Trade Ideas 1. Again, that's rated, there's no rating. And then our very nice corporate account is at Trade Ideas. Love that account for everyone who wants market information. If you'd like to go crazy, follow me. That's for entertainment purposes. Also, not investment advice on that account of any kind. I want to thank you guys. Your time is incredibly important to us, and we value it. Really grateful that you took the time to listen, and so many of you guys keep coming back. Your wives must think you're crazy. I know mine does, and so does Brad, so we're all in the same boat. Brad, Scott, are we all good? Is there
Yeah,
any?
let me just say one thing. The version that you demonstrated here today will be available, I'm anticipating, by Friday. You never really know, but we're really, really close to having this be a public release. So really close there.
Okay. Scott, are we all good?
Yeah, all good. Just I was letting someone know that they can find a lot of help videos going to the Getting Started playlist on our YouTube channel, so youtube.com/trade-ideas. And then also you could go to trade-ideas.com/training, and you can see replays of our Trade Ideas University classes. So
I'll probably add.
and that's all free and open to the public. You don't have to log in or anything to see any of that. You can see it all.
Yep.
All right, thanks everyone. We'll have a recording up later on tonight or tomorrow, and you get an email reminder about how to find it from GoToWebinar.
Have a great day. Thanks all.
Later.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.